We're live? Okay. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs over on YouTube here. Continue to go over to Troy's channel and support his channel and help his channel to continue to grow. I went and looked over there yesterday and you guys are doing a phenomenal job. We appreciate you greatly. Continue to be of good support. And that's how we up, right? In the words of Marcus Garvey, each one teach one, each one uplift another one, and these kind of things. And we help each other to grow by supporting each other. Big up on yourself. Thank you for being constructive. Thank you for being here this morning. As you can see, the discussion on the board this morning, I don't have one bag of topics for you this morning. I have this one topic that I think is going to go very deep. And this one topic this morning stems from over the weekend. A conversation took place between two individuals, right? I'm going to big up some people soon like we normally do. But let me just lay out what's on the board this morning so you understand what this is. If you go look at the video that we did over the weekend talking about Dennis Meadows, which is the embattled FLA chairman, former FLA chairman, he made a comment to Krystal Tomlinson after she made a comment about a live interview that he was on. And it spiraled out of control into, clearly, if you look at the comment sections under this, you will see that lines were drawn, meaning it has divided us again. Men, all the man them went this way and all the woman them went that way. And it was just easily done. Why the lines were drawn, I have a theory, but it begs for a broader conversation. So I'm going to bring in the thing this morning. And don't forget, the lines are open. So don't have somebody else talk for you this morning when you could simply call in and say a few words for yourself. All right? We invite you to call in and speak your mind and say what you got to say. And here we go. So I'm going to head back to the top because this conversation is going to go off into a whole different. Every time we talk to the sister, them it gets heated. It gets heated. They're so emotional, but it's a woman thing, I guess, right? Let me go big up some people real quick, and then we're gonna get into the topics and talk it up this morning, talk up the things. Hope everybody here tuning in is doing well. Oh, one more thing before I start bigging up people this morning, before I forget, we got our approval from YouTube for special content, basically, to do a part of your channel where you can choose to have membership. So what that does is people who purchase membership, they will be the ones. Remember I told y'all before, I said this live morning show is going to membership. All right. Some people come on every morning and they're like, please like up the like button. Please hit the like button. There's 1,000 people on here. Is only 100 likes. Please hit the like button. And I'm like, I'm not pressuring anybody to hit the like button. Not even explaining to them the importance of hitting the like button or anything. We're going to go to paid format. And paid format is we'll probably have to grow the format all over. Meaning, if we go to paid format and there's only 10 people there or 20 people there, we will continue the live with the 20 people until more come. See? So I'm watching and I'm seeing, and I'm saying to myself, like, our people have a serious issue. Because when I announced over the weekend under the Krystal Tomlinson stuff that we got our approval to do the membership thing, I saw one person said, yes, SouFlo, hurry up and take the money because you well deserve it. Next person said, I will be one of the first ones to get my membership. There was this one particular person that kept going through the comment section and finding everybody that said they were going to get membership and leaving a comment saying, me not pay for watch him chat. Me not pay for watch him chat. Kiss me teeth. KMFT, Kiss My Kin T-Tar, KMT, Kiss Miras T-Tar. Me now pay for watch him chat. And, you know, I commented to the person and I said, listen, everything else on the channel that's already free is still going to be free. All right. It's just our lives are going to be for people who actually have membership. So them alone will see the live. Uh, and other things that we will create for them will also be, we now have the option to hit the members only button. And when we put the video up and only those members can see it. That don't have anything. Why you going around telling everybody me now pay if you watch him live? If you're not gonna pay, you're not gonna pay. You don't go around telling everybody me now pay a spectrum for no cable in my house. Me no want cable. Me now pay if you watch no cable. Me now pay if you watch no cable. You just either have cable or you don't have cable, don't it? Right. But that self-destructive mentality and that mentality of destroying your own every time they try to do something is so sickening. It's not something I want around me or on my platform anyways. So with that said, shout out to those who will be getting their membership, and we'll see you when we go that route. All right. For now, it's still free, so enjoy it while you're here. Now, Asarin Odetta, thank you for being here this morning. Miss Goldie Robinson, thank you for being here this morning. Miss Goldie Robinson says, good morning, SouFlo and family. Up, 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 and blessings. Anthony Bearer, good morning. Stacey Ann Williams, good morning. Caribbean Queen is in the building. Darlene Walter Riley is here. Make Sense Entertainment. Lowen Miller Jr. is here. So Fine is in the building. Audrey Minot is here. Truckers Up. Jubu is in the building. Jet Shelley, good morning, Jet Shelley. Marlene SG is here. Lady J is here. Bob Cosmic, big up yourself and thank you for being here. Ox out, your gal. What her name? Ox out, your gal. Ox out, your gal. Big up yourself and thank you for being here, man. No, for gal, ox out, but okay. Roxanne McIntosh is here this morning. Real You TV is in the building. Christopher Weinstrom, big up yourself. Ox out, your gal. Yo, my people special. Ox out, your gal. Mr. Panda one there. Real You TV is in the building this morning. Rika Lou. Good morning, Dainty D. Thank you for being here. Tracy Champion is here. Lady Merlina, I don't know why that guy. Let me let out the laugh. I can't bother. Lady Merlina is in the building this morning. Africans God's bloodline is here. Up. Lexus RCF24 is here. Florizel Watkins is in the building. Janice Scott is here. Black Queen is here as well. Big up on herself. Proper Royal, Roderick Shaw, Mystic Lion, DR, Karen Mason, Ras Jada is here, and Charmady Star, Fallon Carrington is also here. Says good morning to you and your house, and same to you, my friend. All right, Mellowbeth, Rose Martin, and Mr. Article Dan are also here. And anybody I did not call out your name, you already know how it goes already. Sauce Boss, I appreciate you greatly. First donation for the morning. Big up yourself. Sauce Boss, you see that donation there? Just add $4 more to it and buy your membership for the month. And you will be one of them that have access to the live when we go that route. All right. We already have had the approval. So today we will click into the approval and finalize setting up that route. All right. Anybody else I didn't call, you already know it's manners and respect just the same. Seeing? All right. Let's get into this topic. So, a can of worms was opened. A can of worms was opened. Let me go to the video itself and read the summation, because I realize that a lot of people don't read my summations of these videos. Oftentimes when I post a video on YouTube, I actually put a summation to the video and then I save the summation at the top. That is my final thought, my roundup of the whole thing that happened. All right, my summation right there. So, did y'all see the exchange of words between Krystal Tomlinson and Dennis Meadows? Two questions. One, did you see the exchange of words over the weekend? And two, are you familiar with who these two people are? That's a yes and a no. Scroll back down to the bottom of the comment section. Rush Jada to all ragamuffins. Oh yeah. Yeah, all on the wait there. All on the jam may men get jacket. SouFlo have you done your DNA. Ah, boy. All my kids are mine, fam. All my kids are mine. Um, Ox out your girl, you start something this morning, you know. Well, just with your name, the mention of your name. Diane Gordon Owens, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. And Nina Sky, I appreciate you greatly. Nina, you see that donation right there? Would have covered your monthly subscription for all the exclusive content that will be coming your way. All right, just to put that out there for y'all. So, Lord have mercy, Beenie Man, Sefi, multiply. Okay, yeah. Please tell them to leave me out of this, please. But we're having a discussion here. A can of worms was opened up, so a lot of people know. All right, we see only one person here that says they don't. So I'm gonna clarify for that one person. Krystal Tomlinson. Most people know her now for most people know her now for being Beenie Man's 13th baby mother. Okay? She is so much more than that. Matter of fact, I don't even know if she is baby mother number 9 or 7 or 5 because I don't know how many baby mother Beenie Man has. But the comment that came from Mr. Dennis Meadows, who is Mr. Dennis Meadows, who was at one point the head of the FLA, meaning his job was he decided basically if you got a firearms permit in Jamaica or not, right? And it has been exposed now. Black Queen, I appreciate you so much. It has been exposed now that Marcy Walters, thank you. It has been exposed now that Dennis Meadows, under his watch, his leadership, over 200 people who had criminal traces and criminal backgrounds had gotten permits for weapons, even though they had a criminal background, right? For stuff like drug offenses, drug smuggling, even murder and rape and all these other things. That's how it was put out in the media, right? So of course people are like, wait, who is this man? How him giving out gun permit to people with this type of a background? And he's forced to defend himself in public. And of course, Krystal herself, being much more than Beenie Man's baby mother, let's give her her honor where it's due. She is also a community organizer. She is an emotional intelligence coach. She's a media broadcast personality. The girl have her good degrees, higher education. She is also a public speaker and a woman empowerment slash life coach, and all these things. She wears many hats, right? So she's all that, and also one of Beenie Man's baby mother. See? So she's not just Beenie Man 13 to baby mother. Let's not put her in that box alone. I give her her accolades and her respect there, but she is Beenie Man's baby mother, one of them. So when Mr. Dennis Meadows was on his live interview there, Krystal Krystal said something, and it offended him. So he fired back in a tweet right away, and his tweet right away had the lines drawn because you had a lot of women that were saying you're bright faced and out of order. This don't have nothing. That part of the woman life has nothing to do with what she just said to you, sir. You should have just stuck to the business, right? She said something about you being a part of the FLA. Where baby mother come in? Where 13th baby mother come in? Well, I said, this is what I said. I said, in all fairness, let me put things in perspective and tell me if I'm wrong. So Mr. Meadows was wrong for the way that he initially replied to Miss Krystal because her personal life or her love life had nothing to do with the topic that was being addressed, which was Mr. Meadows' performance on the job as chairman of the FLA and the giving of permits to people who had criminal backgrounds for things like murder, drug smuggling, etc. That's what she was commenting on, right? On the other hand, though, as he was conducting his interview on a radio station, she, Krystal, took to dragging him on social media, which is a whole different platform. She went over to Twitter a different platform, and it left him feeling attacked. And so he responded in the way that he did. You know, when people feel attacked, they feel the need to defend themselves. So they might, people start throw a word, right? So them start say things that you don't like. Or you want to say something to hurt my feelings? Me, I go say something to hurt your feelings too. How about this? And sometimes it might be true, and sometimes it might not be true. In this particular case, it might have been true, right? But that's a can of worms that no one wants to open, especially the person he was talking to. So she took to a different platform and dragged him, and he felt attacked, so he responded in this manner. In all honesty, her reply to his response was well overdone. That's my summation. It was well overdone because in her response, she accused him of being more concerned about her body and her vagina, her reproductive rights, which there was nothing that he said that indicated to us that he had any such interest or concerns about her body or her vagina. So, like a slick politician, that was taken out of context and it was weaponized. That was a quick way to actually rally up all the women them against him. Now, Krystal is many things, right? She's also a politician and she's very slick. She understands the platform. She understands how to mobilize. Okay, let me drag all the women over here with me real quick. So this is an attack on women. This is an attack on our reproductive rights. This is an attack on our vagina, huh? Is that what we're doing now? And once you go there, you're going to have a whole bunch of women that are like, oh, is a man said that? It's an attack on our reproductive rights and our blood, our vagina. Yeah, you idiot boy. You boy, you nasty, dirty man. And that's exactly what happened, right? So she weaponized it quickly by injecting her body and her vagina in those exact words. We're going to go over what was exactly said in a minute. I'm just reading my summation that I wrote. I think that she did that because she realized that, let's be honest, she chose to become the 13th baby mama of a dancehall entertainer. And we all know that we have had this discussion before about fatherless homes and our women making poor choices right here on this platform, right? And our women making poor choices. I think that she did that because she realized that she chose to become the 13th baby mama of a dancehall entertainer. And we all know that we have had this discussion before about fatherless homes and our women making poor choices to mother the children of men who they know will never commit to them and will leave them to go the task of raising these child or children alone, which contributes to the breakdown of our society. Now, as a youth mentor, that was a bad choice on her path. And I think that his comment placed that under, I don't know why this thing keeps refreshing itself. His comment actually placed that under the microscope, right? So people are going to now look at that. All right. As a youth mentor, that's a bad choice on her path. And I think the comment placed that under the spotlight and magnified her poor choice in that regard. Both parties were hurt when their inadequacies were exposed, and both of them answered the other in a defensive manner. End of story. We know that he failed miserably at his position at the FLA, and personally, I, SouFLoTV, think that corruption was involved. But are we willing to discuss her decision to be baby mama number 13 instead of being a wife? And what example does it send to teen girls that she is mentoring or influencing? Just my little summation still. Tell me how my sound. What good, my people? One love. That was the comment. You can go read in its entirety. That's under my video pinned at the top on SouFLoTV when we covered the initial outbreak of this saga over the weekend, right? Now, with taking my son to the bus stop, so come back. All right, Marlene, SG, big up yourself. So where do we go from here with this? His comment versus her comment over the weekend. Let's get into that. Meadows defends approval of gun. There's an article in the GLEANER where he defends what he did while he was in live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
Good. This is a topic
Mm-hmm.
I'm very passionate about,
Yes, ma'am.
and I'm very angry about
Okay.
because there's one thing I realize my beautiful black people don't love
Mm-hmm.
is accountability.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do accountability very well, and
True.
I love my sisters, but we especially don't do accountability very well. There's only half the population that can breathe, and that's us, right?
Mm-hmm. Facts.
So we lay the foundation for any society. This whole baby mother thing is a big problem. It's
Facts.
not right. It's not orderly. It's not cute. It is out of order.
Facts.
And I don't understand why a professional woman, especially who have all the education in the world, would really sit down and be the 13th baby mother of a man, not wife. You gave him the most important honor in the world, and you couldn't even demand a ring first before doing so.
And you know his track record, so it's not a secret.
Yes, it's not, no, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been so normalized.
Right.
It is a problem. And this idea that, oh, that's my vagina, it's not just about you, and that's our problem. Everybody thinks that the things that they do is just about them. It's about community. You understand what I'm saying? Just like you talked about the breakdown of society.
Yes, ma'am.
The reason why, I'm going to give you an example. I was with the conversation yesterday. Even just to compare, just quick, us to other groups of people,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you see it here in the US, and you also see it Jamaica in particular. When we compare to other groups, let me say the Africans then, they excel far farther than us. Yes, we do pretty well,
Right.
but they keep their families together. Father is around, mama is around, grandma, etc.
Yes.
We are raising, and this is fueling, also fueling the crime in Jamaica, because we have all of these boys, they don't have fathers. Most of them don't have fathers. You cannot, a child, I saw one woman saying, what if he wanted, in the comments, she wanted the baby, but she didn't want the commitment. That is out of order. That is not the way. God make it so that it take a man and a woman to have a child. A child is not a pocketbook. It is a human being, and they need the influence of their mother and father to be a balanced person. We are making these half families all over the place, and we are stripping away and undermining our opportunity as a people to excel.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's not just about finances. Yes, she has the money, but there's certain things she cannot give a child.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
There's certain elements that a man brings and the woman bring together, and how to have relationships. There's little nuances. There's little details about manhood and details about womanhood and how they interact that a child needs. So when they go out into society, they can do well and have a family and know how to lead and etc. This baby mother thing that we've normalized is not good.
Thank you.
Sometimes you hear the woman and mentality. Nine, oh, she had, you've already broadcast some of the shows on the
Right.
post. Nine, she had 9 kids and she need help. Why the hell she gonna have 9 kids? We don't live in an age, she know how to have babies. We don't live in a time where nobody know where babies come from. You have to make that decision. I don't know how much, I know that birth control is free in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many forms, but in America, for instance, there are 30 forms of birth control.
Mm.
You don't have to have a baby. Why are we not more responsible as women? We carry the load. It is our decision. We have to do better, man.
Thank
We
you.
have to. I'm not saying a marriage can't mash up. Yes. But at least go the right route. At least value yourself and say, you know what? If you want life from me, you have to give me a commitment. If you can't even give me your last name, why would I give you a human being to carry on your legacy? We have to do better, man, and bring our families together. This is why as black people we're at the bottom. Because we can't form a full army. We can't even get a full army together.
That's facts.
Because this son, he don't know his father, and the daughter, she don't know her dad, and we have all these people with all these question marks inside of them.
Yep.
They don't know who they are. If we wanted to form an army, we couldn't even fight nobody. Come on, man. We have to do better. Black women, stand up and do better, man. This is not normal, and it's not okay. okay. And don't tell me about it's your body, it's your right. Because a human being come out of that body, and that human being is a part of our community. We have to do better.
Wow.
And nobody want to be judged. Oh, don't judge me. Yes, we don't judge. Yes. I'm not saying condemn, but we have to judge each other to keep each other in line.
Yeah.
Because we're not coming off the rails. I can't see you drowning and not say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, it affects all of us. We have to do better.
Wow.
And if the man can go on married, let the man go. He can't breed himself. That's it. Look what's stop with us, man. We have to do a better job. It's disgusting now. Honestly. It really is. So I had to cut that little piece. I've been waiting from last week. I saw you over the weekend. You say you're gonna talk about this. Yes, I said yes. I have to call because it's too much. Yeah. We must do a better job. This is not right.
And I know that the lines would be drawn because if I'm paying attention to the comment section as you're talking, and the lines are exactly drawn just like I thought it would be. You know, talking to our sisters, you can't really. I see like this society that we have formed, and we're okaying it now for women. It's not like we're trying to control, but we're making it now okay for our women to be just loose and all over the place, and it's okay, right? No other set of people are doing this, right?
No.
Just like how we're the only people who pretty much celebrate our demise through music and entertainment, like we murder our own, then we go sing about it, and we sell hit records off of it, and that kind of like the dysfunction, the circular dysfunction. It's us that's watching our women go. She whoring and she's all this and on to the next one. And I don't care if I got kids, the stepfather will do better. Me find the next man who can fill your shoes and all, and breaking up families and just making these wild choices. I've done shows here where I said, women, you are the head. Really. If we stand out as men and say, yeah, we are the head, right? But check it, nothing moves without you. See?
Right.
So it's what you approve of as a woman that dictates how society will be ran. So when you as women start saying, oh, he looks so sexy with his pants hanging off his ass, guess what? Majority of these men, even grown-ass men in their 40s, start walking around with their pants hanging off their ass like they don't know how to dress themselves because our women out there telling them that they look sexy. If just a small example is that, if our women all say, that's nastiness, trust me, majority of the men would have pull up them pants, tighten them belt, and find a different way to dress and look. Just that alone, right? Just an example of. So the women have to realize the powers that they hold, and they have to start to swing that power. You know what I'm saying? And they have to be accountable when they mess up. They have to be accountable, just like how they want the men to be accountable. You have to be accountable too.
Yeah, we always raise our hand. Yes, the man should be accountable. Yes, we should be accountable too. Right. My mother I was having this conversation yesterday. From the time I was a child, my mother said to me, and I never forget it. She said, pick somebody to be the father of your children that you would want to be your father. Right? And she don't mean no baby daddy. She meant husband. Because that's where I come from. It's husband she mean.
Right.
Pick somebody to be the father of your children that you would want as a father. That means it's not about him look cute, him look good, him the swan, the sex is good, because I want to be care about that as somebody as my father. You want somebody responsible. You want somebody with a standard. You want somebody who could be a good leader. This is how we build families.
Yes, somebody you know would be there for those kids no matter what.
Yeah, but at least with divorce, you show your children you did it the right way.
Yes.
You're still a wife no matter what. And there's still a level of respect you get in society and respect you'll get from your kids. Versus this one have a different father, this father this, we don't know what that is. Come on, man. Unless you were God, God forbid people who are raped, that's a different story.
Right.
But the rest of us are walking conscious and doing what we're doing and making the decision. We have to do a better job, man. It's no more. This wild life, this no standard life, only black people engage in that and think it's okay. Only we must think, no, there's no standard. We should walk around and do whatever, and nobody should say nothing.
Am I alive? Am I a body? Yeah.
It don't work like that. Am I a body? Me do. No, man.
Yeah.
We have to cut it out.
Amen. True.
It's too much.
True. I appreciate you.
And we're making a damn mockery of ourselves. We look like a damn fool.
And people are laughing.
And they're laughing at us.
Yeah.
Everybody else have their families together. And we broke up here, we broke up there, we broke up there, we broke. My God.
Yeah.
it's what's all I had to say. But I mean, you know, come on, man. We have to do a better job. We have to teach our daughters better. We have to teach our daughters, even if you didn't do it yourself. You say, you know what, daughter, don't get pregnant for no man who don't give you a ring. And you tell him to give your last name. Don't push out a human being for him. There's so much, we don't have to worry about abortion. There's so much birth control on the market. We make that decision. And if you want, let him go. You know what you find about the place? You'll find somebody who value enough to be a wife. Even if I say you divorce him tomorrow. Come on, man. We have to do things the right way the first time. Anyways.
Manners. Respect. Respect and manners. Thank you. She's always so passionate when she calls, but she is always so like direct and eloquently spoken. I see somebody I talk about then lad, she have to twang so and all that. Listen to me, not everybody speak patois. So if we come on here and we start talking bare patois, we're gonna alienate a whole lot of people. I used to do it just to please people, and had a lot of people calling in to say, listen, I don't understand a thing you're saying. I don't understand a thing you're saying, so I'm not coming back. So you understand the universal language. See it? Live on the air, good morning, SouFlo.
Yo, big up yourself. So
manners and respect, family. What?
Yeah,
all is well?
Oh man, what a disgrace. 13 baby mother and not him 13th wife, eh?
Yeah, but here one now. Me not know enough.
What on
eh? Mr. I'm not sure. Let me put my disclaimer out. I am not sure because I do not know how many baby mothers Beenie has. But I'm going off of Dennis Meadows' comment towards Krystal, right? That she made the choice to be baby mother number umpteen and not a wife.
Okay.
Right? So just because it was, she said to him in his interview, he failed miserably at the FLA, at his position at the FLA. And he fired back and said, yeah, just like you failed miserably at being baby mother number 13, I'm trying to hang on and it just didn't work out, right? So it was a low blow for a low blow, but the woman them took her side only and beat him down over the weekend. And I'm saying that even in his inappropriate timing of his comment, there was a can of worms that was opened up, that as a woman who is considered a mentor to other women, a woman empowerment counselor, all these things, a role model for young ladies, that was a bad choice on her part, but nobody wants to discuss that. See it?
Right. Where is her integrity? My thing is this. You're such a woman of high stature. Why are you having children out of wedlock? Whatever happened to getting married first and then having a child?
I won't be a hypocrite.
We're so backwards as black people. We're so backwards as Africans. Every other race gets married first and then have children. So what we're doing is we're populating the earth with these bastardized children because we feel like Michael Manley come and change it and say, oh, no more bastard children. And so it goes so far. In the Bible, it says that. The Almighty Father God, when everybody said that they're Christian, pray to the Bible, it said that in the Bible. When you have kids out of wedlock, those are bastardized children that God frowns upon.
Me not go with that. God
you understand? Yes, you can read it in the Bible, SouFlo. God frowns upon that when you have children out of wedlock.
Yeah, man, but that's under religion, so yes. We live in a time now where I respect religion.
It comes to the overall problem, I try to say. This is what the problem with society is. Because it leads to a broken home. You understand? And now the mothers
and dysfunctional children. And dysfunctional children.
All the pressure is on her. And then now for Beenie, man, come on, man. This is the umpteen one. How many you have? More than half dozen? All of those women are not getting the support equally. So that means all of those children are not being supported equally. That is my problem. So there is a imbalance there.
Right.
Yeah, and did he have a problem with his friend ex, that he was just with his friend's ex? I don't understand, Beenie, man. I'm so nasty, somebody you're supposed to be like an idol, somebody that somebody idolize, a role model, a celebrity. Jesus Christ, man, you just shove your hood in a mud, man. You shove your hood in a dirt all the time, man. Put on a condom. These people don't know about birth control. Yes, you want to have sex. Yes, you want to be frivolous. Put on a condom, use birth control. No, you get impregnated and bring a child into the world that is unwanted. Because at the end of the day, you did not make a commitment through marriage. And this is why God says that. These people are supposed to be God-fearing people. All of our elders, grandmothers, and mothers went to church. I had an auntie that went to church 3 times a week. 3 times a week in Kingston. 3 times. Okay? Right. But yet still, she had my 2 cousins out of wedlock. What a hypocrite. It almost seems like society is so hypocritical, and that's why we're at the bottom of the totem pole. These are the little, like principles that we need to practice that rises us up as a people. But, it's just, these are the little small problems that we have. Like, come on, man. As soon as I see this, I'm like, what the hell? Beenie man again? How much baby mother? Not even a wife? Yo, I would love to see that he got married to this woman. That would look a little bit better. But yo, I'm just saying, man. Everybody in the comment go say what they want to say. Oh yes, my body him can do what they want to do. But guess what? That is why the purple man and the green man and the orange man look down on us. That is why we have so much problem and so much injustice because of our actions. We have no integrity as a people. We have lost our integrity. Yo, big up yourself, you don't know, not mommy pioneer, no pioneer.
Big up yourself, fam. Me did have to just give him the floor and make him talk. And some of the things we want to clear up what the brother said. You see, I want to clear up some of the things that he said. So I'm a modern person. Okay, however you want to take it that way. I'm a modern person. I believe in coexistence. I believe in freedom of religion and so on and so forth. So if you're going to come at me from a Bible perspective, please understand that I respect people who are not of the Bible perspective, right? They might be in the Quran, they might be in the Torah, they might be in whatever else book is out there that leads on a religious basis out there, see? But from his Bible perspective, that's how he lives his life. And again, another disclaimer, all the words of those that call in are not necessarily the words, thoughts, and views of SouFLoTV, the host of the program, right? But this is a free platform, and I want my audience to be able to call in, members to be able to call in and express themselves freely. I agree with a lot of what he said. Not everything that he said, he was well on point though, right? Me not to take on myself, I don't know how to clean up some of the stuff that he said. So I'm gonna just have to let it go. I'm just gonna have to let it go and it never happened. I don't want to call anybody's child bastardized, then I don't want anybody feeling like I'm saying, oh, God does not favor. Those are deep things, right? And people don't play about them picnic. God looks on your child less than other people picnic and with less favor and all these things. If he's saying a book says that or the Bible says that, which is a book, then yes, from that perspective. But if he's saying that this is what it is, and then that I'm not riding with that. Born in sin and shaped in iniquity, and me never do not know when me born. And who create me? Me born pure. I never touch nobody. I never mess with nobody. I'm a baby. So there are things in there that a book full of contradictions as well. But we're not going to go into that this morning. It's not a biblical discussion this morning. It's more about opening up that can of worms, and nobody's seeing what Dennis Meadows said and how Krystal was able, because she was a politician and she still is a politician, how she was able to spin it, the narrative really quickly, because her response to him, right? Okay, let me go through the article for you so you can get the full understanding for those who didn't see it. Embattled former deputy, shout out to the Jamaica GLEANER for this one. Embattled former deputy chairman of the Firearm Licensing Authority, Dennis Meadows, has apologized to she is the former People's National Party Youth Organization president. All right, this is where the influence on youths comes in for me in the argument, right? So I found it appropriate in some way, although a little inappropriate in the timing, when she said, criticized how he was at the FLA, and he threw back and fired back and said, well, I failed miserably there, just like how you fail miserably at, yeah, over there, so, right? Okay, so he apologized to the former People's National Party Youth Organization President Krystal Tomlinson for disparaging remarks that he made on Twitter about her. Meadows had, why? I tell you, say, this thing just pops up at such inappropriate time. All right, let me go back to it. Give me a chance to find it real quick. We have to talk about this. Come on, man. Second chance. No, I see no second chance. Sprague Benz, don't want to see that either. Lost my article. Damn it. Okay. I'm going to have to go look for this article. But I wanted to get to the exact words of what he said to her, because enough people are overlooking everything that was said, what she said to him, what he said to her. We have to find it. We have to find it back. Okay, Dennis, she said, this is her comment. She says, Dennis, my vagina and the reproductive choices aren't your business. Now, mind you, all the man said was, I failed miserably there, just like you did at being baby mama number 13, and it just didn't work out. That was his response. Her response to that was, Dennis, my vagina and reproductive choices aren't your business. The FLA was your business. Being diligent, fair, and accountable in executing your duties was your business. She's right there. If you had half of the passion for your work as you do for my body, you wouldn't be struggling to address these allegations. Now, there was nothing in his comment that said, he had a passion for her body. You know what I'm saying? Or that he was addressing her vagina. You understand? You see what we've been talking about all morning? We've been talking about the breakdown of society with this whole single mother stuff. And because we've had this discussion before without including these two people in it. That response from her, I'm surprised. Go look at the comment section of the video, the original video we did yesterday. That response from her, I'm surprised that so many women said that I love how she handled him eloquently and with tact. And there was nothing tactful about that. What me put in a pot of you, my body, I'm a pussy, and none of your business. Oh, over there, so are your business. FLA, I did a your business. So because you said my body and my vagina are none of your business, it doesn't underscore what, like, that was so inappropriate and definitely not professional at all in a response. I don't know why. So, but this is how far we will go, right? To make her seem right in everything and him wrong in everything when the lines have been drawn. When the lines have been drawn. Because she knew how to style this properly to get the support from the audience, to rally up the troops then to go at him, right? My vagina, like, where in his comment did it say anything about how passionate he was about your body? Where? The man said you failed, like he failed. You claim that he failed, right? Okay, you failed too. I failed just like how you failed over there. So with being baby mama number 13 and it just never worked out, even though you was trying to hang on, kind of thing. See? So Meadows had provoked outrage on the social media platform over comments he posted in response to a tweet from Tomlinson that he was struggling to sound honest in a nationwide radio, big up to Nationwide, in a nationwide radio interview on issues that were raised at the FLA. The former Jamaica Labour Party senator in that interview sought to defend his choices by granting firearm permits to ex-convicts and people with criminal traces after disclosing, and this friggin' thing comes up again and block my thing. But listen, he on Dennis side and what he did at the FLA, I've read through the entire article in the GLEANER. So there's a part of the GLEANER where you get exclusive content as well, right? Which is what we're going to be doing with this platform. So you get exclusive content there where you have to pay for it. So they will print in regular print a piece and everybody can see that. Then if you pay, you get the full article. I'm one of those people that pay to get the full article just so I can bring the full to the audience. See? Hold on, the family. Hold on. Give me a minute. On Mr. Dennis Meadows, let's address that first, because people are gonna say, yeah, y'all trying to was messed up and just focusing on beating Krystal down. So let's address what he did at the FLA, right? He's saying that he believes in giving people second chances, and he doesn't feel like somebody's criminal past, especially if they have demonstrated that they're no longer like that. In a one line in I'm something, he actually said, maybe you were living in a board house back then, and now you all live somewhere different. And I'm like, also, if you all live in a board house, you can't get licensed firearm. Where in the United States of America, that's completely different. It don't matter if your house is board or if it's zinc or if it's concrete, right? If you have an address, a dwelling, then you are, and no criminal record, you're perfectly able to get a firearm here in certain states. Certainly in the state that I am, and most southern states, right? All right, but that's Dennis's excuse. There are details in there about a drug kingpin that was proven to be the top man in St. Elizabeth to run the place. Let me even tell you about which body of water he used to drop off and pick up his contrabands, you know, coming in from South America. Them used to come drop the drugs off and them send out the boat and go pick them up and all this. And Dennis, under his timing, this person got 2 permits for 2 weapons, right? They put Jacure in there, who was fresh out of prison. There was, no, this is over 200 people. And this is why I said that I think corruption was involved. These kind of moves don't happen in Jamaica free, right? These moves don't happen in Jamaica. You know, in Jamaica, we say money talk and BS walk, right? So if you have your money and your money top up, you can definitely go to a big man and say, yo, big man, see a little something here, need a permit. All right, see a next little something here, a next permit, and you get your fee, you get your permit to carry your licensed firearm, right? Money run, but it cannot be proven now. But then we don't expect him to come out and say, you know, when I was chairman of the FLA, I used to collect bribes and I used to have people pay me, and a lot of them had criminal backgrounds. And, you know, normally we wouldn't give a person with an extensive criminal background a permit, but these people paid me a handsome fee. So I gave it to them and I split the money with everybody else that was on the board. You don't expect him to say that, do you? But we can clearly see that that must have been what was happening. Was over 200 people, right? Okay, so I feel a sort of way that she called him out, because on the interview, he was struggling to sound truthful. And that's what she called him out on. You're struggling to sound truthful over there, man. And him say, yeah, just like you were struggling to hold on over there, so baby mother number 13, and it just never worked out. So you see, low blow for low blow. She already seen him drowning, you know, and instead of just let him make him drown, she added some more water in the pool when he did a drowning, and he went under. And then his only way to come up was to say something back to her. But the something back that he said was, the can of worms was open, because it made us look at her now and say, well, wait, hold up. Miss Women Empowerment, Youth Empowerment, motivational speaker / so-and-so. Wait a minute. Why did you, so highly educated and accomplished at such a young age, for one, you chose an older man. For two, you chose, and there's nothing wrong with choosing an older man, but you chose one that has a track record. I be the man say, old dog like me, you have to have them in a 2s and 3. Yeah, I be the man say, Gallus, right? So why did you choose that person to have a child with. And I mean, just like the first caller said, you know, a woman can say, well, me breed for who me want to breed for. Me choose who me want to choose. That's my business and my body and my pum pum and none of your business. If you did so passionate about your job as you passionate about my vagina and about my body, you would. Now, I want you to imagine these women that we've seen come out with the 5 picnic and the 7 picnic and the 9 picnics and them asking for help, right? And the many youths that we have that have no daddy around because mommy made that choice. Like, yeah, me like him, cause my boy, me have to give him some, you know. And then the boy breed me. And next thing me have picnic, or yeah, me like bad man. And next thing daddy dead or gone to prison and she raised this picnic. And him running wild in society now that she can't control or tame him. And he's on the most wanted list or the gunman list or in the gang or contributing negatively to our society and the breakdown of our society kind of thing, right? I want you to picture them saying, me need your help. I need a donation to help me fix a roof here. And you said to her, say, lady, me will help you. Me give you a little thing, right? But here what? You don't have 5 already, right? And no, and you say, how much? 4 baby daddy and a 5 picnic? And none of them no stick around. Okay. Why you pregnant again? Because what's the 5 there and you're pregnant again, which tells me that you haven't learned your lesson, right? Okay. Imagine her going, me choose who me want to get pregnant for. Yeah. And on my body. And on my pum pum. And if you did so passionate about your job, then you're passionate about my pussy on my body, then you would have be good at your job too, or be good at sounding honest about what you're doing. You know, it's like, if you, unfortunately, but fortunately, this is how it goes. If you're gonna be a role model and step into that role, you know, I'm be nobody role model. I just want to try to live the best life I can. I'll put that out there right now. So nobody can come point no finger after me and talk about you too, SouFlo, you're being, listen, I've never been perfect. I'm gonna hide my flaws like that, right? Everybody who knows me know me have a bag of picnic by a bag of different women. So I'm not the one to talk. But I'm saying in context of that conversation, we can't just beat down Mr. Meadows alone. Although his comment was messed up in the timing, it was factual, as in it's worthy of a discussion, right? Why did she make such a decision? Why wasn't she looking out for, you know, and come on now, she didn't have to go after a dancehall artist. She could have went after other professional men within her circle who are geared differently. And don't tell me you can't find them. And don't tell me about end result already. Well, she could have go after one of them lawyer they were she around, or one of them highly educated scholars that she's around, and the result would have been the same. Them would have left same way. Yeah, that's us supposing though, without knowing the end result. You understand? But at the same time, it's what she did, and it's out in the open. This is no secret. And I see women saying, "So why him have to go put our personal life up on the front page?" When Krystal and Beenie Man got together, that was already on the front page. Them fling it in a few face. Beenie is happy now with Krystal, and they're working in public, a lot of public display of affection and all these things, right? It wasn't a secret. It's not like we're peeling back layers of her life and exposing stuff. This was public information, not true? The relationship was public, the breakup was public, all that. So he was only mentioning something that was very public. Actually, live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Hi, morning, SouFlo.
Good
How
morning.
are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Why you sound so
I
down? You just wake
sorry.
up? How do you sound? Why you sound so down? You just woke up?
Oh no.
All right. Speak
I'm
up for me so we
going to
can
the
hear you. Okay, you sound
gym.
like and we want to
Oh,
hear you.
probably because I have my headphones.
Yes.
Can you hear me a little better now?
That's what we want to hear right there. Thank you. All right.
Sorry about that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm listening to the program, and sometimes I have to wonder if Black women, because we have suffered for so long, that it has become the norm for us. And the reason that I say that is because
I saw my mom raise 9 kids so far,
Mm.
and I saw her struggle. There were times we needed stuff, we wanted stuff, we had to wait because finances was not available. And I always said to myself, I don't want that to be me, you know. And my first kid,
Mm-hmm.
child, was at age 22.
Okay.
And my second, how should I say, my second child, which are twins,
Mm-hmm.
was at age 42. And the reason for that was I had to raise my daughter all by myself. Her dad left, and I saw the struggle.
So you
I
waited
went through the
20, you waited
struggle,
20
and
years
I
to
said,
have another set of children.
yeah, exactly. But that was purposely social because I always said the next person
Mm-hmm.
that comes in my life and I'm going to give my body to and give them a child, it's not going to be that I'm not going to have a family.
Okay.
You understand?
You consciously made
And
that
that is the
decision.
conscious decision social.
Okay.
And the reason I'm saying this is sometimes we gotta want better for ourselves. Yes, it's our body, but we have to want better for ourselves. Because I saw the struggle of my mom, and history repeated itself. I went through the exact same struggle being a single mom.
Right.
And I had to say that I don't want that for myself. And I decided yes, I had relationships in between, but I was not gonna give no one a child social unless I had a commitment. And when I met somebody, I didn't get pregnant right away. I
Mm-hmm.
got pregnant a year and a half after. When I saw that this person was serious, they were on the same page that I was on. And then we decided and we planned for those kids. Now we are 5 years, going on 6 years married. We have our kids. My kids are 19, 20 years apart. Some might feel, oh, you wait until you get old to make sure. Yes, I did. But I did it when I knew that I still could have had kids. But I was not going to be a single mom again. Because, yes, it makes women look powerful. It makes us look strong. It makes us look like we're super women.
Right.
But it breaks us down sometimes as well. Because we have to do it all alone,
Right.
you know?
And the stresses that
And
come with it.
exactly, exactly. You know, so sometimes when you hear women say, yes, it's my body and I can make my choices and I don't need a man, you're 100% right, but think on the child as well. Because the difference that I'm seeing with my boys,
Mm-hmm.
having their dad there,
So your second set
that,
are twins. That the twins are boys.
yeah, 2 boys,
Right.
3 years old, and my
And they
first is a girl and she's 22 years old.
okay. And she came up with no dad in the house, and now your boys are coming up with dad and mom in the house. So
And I see the
you're
difference.
able to compare and contrast. Tell me what the difference is, please.
They are more structured, they are more how social, because remember it was just me and my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
so there was not much going on. You go to work, you hustle to come home, you pick her up from daycare, it's just you and her in a house. But now you have a family, you're doing family stuff, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, back then she could have been with her cousins and whatever. But we need to stop trying to convince ourselves that it's the same. It's not. Kids need a dad.
Hmm.
I am noticing it now. Kids need a father. They need that structure. They need that family structure.
Right.
Thank God my daughter had her dad
Mm-hmm.
still. She would go by him on weekends. But but social is they need their dad. They need their
That's
dad.
a fact. That's a fact. You're absolutely right.
You know, so to get up every day and say it's my body and yes, I can do what I want. just think on the kids, think on the kids. Then just wait, there's so much information out there. Set your body in a pace that, okay, fine, yes, my biological clock is ticking, but by such and such, I'm gonna have kids, but it's gonna be with somebody that I can have a stable relationship with. I can get married, we can have a commitment, but don't just go and because someone smiles at you and tell you sweet words and those sort of stuff, go fine. You wanna be a part of that, it's okay, but don't bring kids into it.
Amen. I absolutely
Especially in the
agree.
times that we're living in now, it is hard for a woman to raise kids on her own, especially boys.
Yes, but exactly. Exactly. You said it all. And you know what? The beauty about your this is like a testimony because the beauty about your thing is this is spanned over a certain amount of time where you walked in both lanes. You were able to raise a child already by yourself after being with someone who left and left you to do that by yourself. And then you now are in another lane where this is the ideal lane that we're looking for, right? The family is structured. You're talking about doing family things versus when you were with your daughter, you have to bata bata. We call it bata bata because you have to rush to go to work, rush to come
Exactly,
home from work,
exactly.
wonder how the bills are going to be paid, fight to stay on top kind of thing. And there are times where I'm pretty sure you were frustrated and probably even took out some of that frustration on your daughter and didn't even realize it. You know
So,
what I'm
Flo,
saying?
I just was going to say that to you. There were times I was so angry, I
Right,
was so frustrated, I was so bitter,
right.
and it was simply because of having to carry the weight by myself. Because her father was there, but it was only on the weekends. Yes, he was helping financially, but we still needed that structure.
Right,
You still needed that sorry, that companionship in the house to have that loving family feeling. You get it?
right.
You know, women, we need to stop. We need to start to be accountable for our actions. You want to date, you want to have fun, you want to whatever you want to do, like you said, it's your body, fine. But don't drag kids into it because kids don't have a say.
Right.
They don't have a say. And we make it difficult for them because I used to feel so, I don't want to use the word shame because it's a strong word, but when there were time for parent meetings, when there were time for school activities, when there were time for daddy daughter day at school, daddy have to come for breakfast with his daughter, and I'm just there with my daughter because yes, he was seeing her on weekends, but was he that involved? No, he was not.
Right. Thank you for
You
sharing,
know,
man.
and
That's
it's
deep
embarrassing
insight.
for the children as well.
Mm-hmm. Talk about that part. Talk about there's a
Yeah,
stigma
it's
that's attached to
embarrassing
that.
for them as well, so we gotta stop it. We have to stop it. We women, we get so offensive when we hear certain things, whether it resonates with us or it touches a nerve. But when it touches the nerve, let it be for the better. Don't put up this defense that, oh, it's my body. No, 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 no. Because when I sit and I hear how some people speak about women so forth, it makes me feel ashamed because I know we can do better. It's just minor, small things
Right.
that we need to tweak and we can do better.
Right.
That's all I wanted to say so.
I appreciate you for sharing. Thank you. That's deep insight. I couldn't have made this up. That's your life that you actually lived it and
Yeah,
are able to
yeah,
teach from it.
19 years so far. And that was by choice because I did not want to be a single mom again.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
But that falls to having standards for yourself.
Yes,
You
definitely.
mess up in the beginning, you realize you mess up in the beginning, and you realize, hey, I don't want this to be my normal. I don't want this to be my life.
Thank you.
Anyhow, have a good day, okay?
You too. All right.
Thanks. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. All right. I couldn't have made. I mean, her. That's. Let's take this call live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, GoFlo.
Good morning, family.
I'm a little nervous about this morning topic conversation.
Why? Go right in with your thoughts. That's what we're here for. No, we don't all have to agree. Everybody has their opinions, but go right in with your thoughts.
Right. Mine is mixed,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hoping I can keep my words together.
Okay. Do your best.
Okay, I was never anyone's baby mom.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I met in high school,
Mm-hmm.
so we were high school sweethearts. And I strong religious background. Where I came from a strong religious background.
Okay.
Him not so much. However, we have three boys,
Mm-hmm.
and he was never the faithful, and I was the child from the strong religious background, and I decided that, well, I throughout the years of living in America, and watching the Oprah Winfrey Show, these talk shows that we grow up on,
Mm-hmm.
and you see all these horror stories of step parents and stuff like that. So from very young, I was never a believer of step parents for me personally. I've seen wonderful step parents over the years
Right.
who've shed different examples and different opinions, changed my opinion of step parenting. But personally, for me, that was never a choice, right?
Right.
So I decided to stay in my marriage. I've mentioned before that um, we've always taught that as women, we cannot teach boys to be men.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, all my children are boys. So I decided to stick in there with my religious beliefs at the time
Mm-hmm.
and just, feeling like I cannot teach my boy to be men.
Okay, so let me drag you along. So did you raise them boys by yourself? How old are they now?
25, 21,
Okay, so
17.
they're grown. So did you raise them by yourself?
Yes.
You did. Okay, what
However,
happened? What happened between you and the husband?
he's here. He's never left. He's always been in the household.
Come again?
My husband was always in the household.
Okay, so your husband was there but not there. That's a present absentee
Right,
dad.
right. He was here, but he wasn't here. So with
How?
with that
Was he
being said,
how? Was he always working, or was he the type to like sit in the backyard and drink a bottle of rum every day and just leave you to the kids? Like, explain to me, how was he there but not there?
okay, home. He came home. However, yes, he worked, but he spent. My husband was an ex-marine, suffers from bipolar.
Okay, now we're talking a whole
Um,
different level of talk here. Okay, so we're talking about a service member that suffers from mental issues as well.
correct.
Okay.
And his therapy was for him is because when I hear you talk about Wellbutrin and all these other drugs, those are drugs he's been on and been through.
Right.
I mean, of course, it plays with his manhood, some of
Mm-hmm.
them,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that was he to cope, marijuana and money and sex was coping for him.
Okay.
When he's in a manic money spending, like he just has to buy and spend. So it's not women and those things took up his brain at all times. So his children was never, in my opinion, the priority, and it showed.
Mm.
You understand?
And
But
you still stayed with
he
him.
stayed,
Right.
and I allowed him to stay. We would have our back and forth at times, because of course he's bipolar,
Mm-hmm.
not on meds. He's self-medicating. So if he's not getting either of those three things that he uses to soothe himself,
Right.
it's an issue. And of course, if he's getting in and out,
And then
I'm not sleeping with you.
And in the meantime, you had to do the
I
rearing
have
of
to
the
be a
children.
heavy load of the parenting. So with Krystal making the decision, I mean, of course, she should have obtained the ring first. But I'm kind of,
Well, your marriage vows, right? What did your marriage vows say?
oh, well, for good and for bad.
No, in sickness and in health,
And in
right?
health,
Uh huh.
absolutely. I agree with that. But
Right.
that's we cannot how with the Bible we take what we want from it and in terms of we use it to justify our
Right.
complaint at the time.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so for me, I feel I was heavily brainwashed by the Bible. I'm no longer a religious person. I'm spiritual.
Hmm.
I'm still spiritually connected,
You
but
still
I
with them?
believe a lot of the decisions I've made in my life.
Are you still with them?
We're still married.
You're still married, so you're not still with them. You left, but you're married on paper.
All right.
Right. Right. All right. In sickness and in health, till
In
death do
sickness
us
and in
part.
health. Well, I mean, it has to be like that now on paper. I mean, my oldest is 25, and no one else should reap the rewards of the labor I put in all these years. I've been with this guy since high school,
So you're gonna make
so
sure you get all the
I'm the
you're gonna make
benefactor,
sure you
sir.
get all the benefits
I'm the
of what.
benefactor, sir.
Yes, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Some people run away from that after they've invested so much, and sometimes your peace of mind is worth running away. I've told people before, especially if abuse is involved, run away and leave everything. You can start over again. But in your case, it's
I
you
felt it
stuck it
was a
through.
well-to-do
You s-
sacrifice for my kids because they didn't ask to be here.
right, and I honor that. I respect that. You stuck it through because you wanted them to have that foundation, right? It'll be
Yes,
up to them now as grown people to say, you know what? My dad, when I was growing up, he was this way and that
exactly.
way.
I
Right,
did not want anything very
right.
pointing back at me.
That you're a
I
strong
wanted
woman
to
for
make
that.
sure I've done my part
You are a
to the
strong woman
fullest.
for that because you could have easily ducked out and then told the kids your own story and whatever, but you stuck it through for them, and regardless of his imperfections, they now know because they're adults now, so they now know what
Hmm.
is what, and they can put things in perspective themselves now, right? I mean, he wasn't like flinging them down flights of stairs and kicking them and beating them up and
Oh,
all that,
he
right?
was he was he was a he was the yin to my yang because of course I'm overloaded,
Hmm.
so I'm screaming at them, and he was always that solace for them,
Okay,
you know.
see,
So
balance.
he played his part with some of his part because there was so much that the boys were lacking in terms of activities and stuff like that. And I was overloaded with work and housework and maintaining.
Let me ask you something now, real personal. And nobody is seeing your identity, neither am I. So the fact that you're married but not married kind of thing now, does it have to do with that his issues has caused his manhood to like, you know what I mean when I say his manhood to, cause that's why I got off those meds. Listen, I went to the VA one time, right? And they put me on after my psych eval and went and going to a psychiatrist and all. They put me on this particular med, and I remember like not feeling my morning rise for
Mm-hmm.
like a good 2 weeks, and I started to panic. I was like, hold
Mm-hmm.
up, my thing feel numb. Like, why is it not getting up in the morning? No, I'm too young for this. So I went back and I told them, and of course, I was lucky enough to get somebody. It was a sister as well. She wasn't trying to do no experiment on me, and she was like, "Oh no, we have to get you off that immediately. That is one of the side effects, but it's a bad side effect. You should have told us earlier, right?" So
Right.
after that, I decided I'm not taking any more of anything that they have. I will try to find other ways. So I'm very much, I can understand what he went through or is still going through. But I'm saying, if it is does that have to do anything with the just off the topic a little bit with that part now?
When he went through a series of over 10 meds,
And just about all of them did that to him. If he wasn't comatose sleeping throughout the day, he was not feeling. I mean, and now he's like sex has taken over.
He's trying to make up for what he was missing.
Right, that's how I feel.
It is, it is. He's trying to make up for what he was missing.
That's how
Yeah.
I feel.
Man.
He is hungry.
Yeah. Well, hey,
He
you know what?
seems to be hungry.
Man,
Like,
listen, when you go down that road, it's a frightening road, and you realize that, hey, you come off of them stuff there and you can
right,
work
and
again.
I can't relate because I'm on the other side.
Right, right.
You know, but he is frighteningly hungry at times. Like, son, dude, like,
Hey, you know, hey, I appreciate you and I thank you and I respect what you did for the sake of your children. Manners and respect to
so
that. And it wasn't easy for
I just
you.
wanted to share that. So it's not to me always the best decision, you know.
Right.
Some circumstances call for you having to say goodbye to the guy and raise your kid on your own, you know.
Yeah, but you did it another way. You did it
I
the
did,
hard
I
way.
did,
You
I
did
did.
it
So
the
that's
hard way. I got some more questions, but I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave this right where it's at right now.
Listen.
You know where this could go. I'm just gonna leave this right where it's at right now. And thank you for sharing. And I hope somebody heard this and got something out of it. Thank you for
I
sharing.
hope so too. I hope so too. Have a great one.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Listen so all right. Sauce Boss. Sauce Boss, thank you. I appreciate you and I appreciate your donation, but I saved your comment because I wanted to read this out loud. Sauce Boss says people always claim that they love and want kids, but they decide to have unprotected sex and bring a child into poverty. I believe that people are just selfish when it comes to raising a child in a better environment. Uh yeah. Think about that while we take our last call for the morning. All right. Answering. Let me see. Light up the screen, please. Good morning. You're live on the air with SouFLo.
Good morning.
Good morning, family. Can you speak up into that phone for me, please?
Okay. You know
oh, we have. Oh, you're underwater. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. If you have your background device running while you're talking to us, like what you're seeing us on, and the volume is up, it will cause this disruption. And if you have us on speaker, it will cause disruption. Let me take this other call. Let's come. Try to fix what you're fixing first and see if we can hear you before.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. There we go. All right.
Okay. So, you know how you start your show every morning and you're like, do unto others that you have them do unto you?
Yes.
I'm that kind of person. I always try to see the good in everybody.
Wish good for others the same good you will wish for yourself. Yes.
We as women and men, we go through a lot. We go through stuff. You know,
And none of us are
relationship
perfect,
wise.
right?
I have 4 children, 3 different dads.
Right.
It's not how I planned it, but it's how it worked out. You know? And I did my best to make sure my kids went through college and they're doing well. They're doing fine for themselves. Now, what happened with Krystal and Dennis? I just think it left a bitter taste in my mouth. Because, okay, she criticized him on the job he's doing. If he had criticized her on her job, like, listen, you can hold it together either in the People's National Party. You know, if he had criticized her like that, it would have been fine. But to come out and bring her relationship and her sexuality in it, for me, that was distasteful.
But he didn't bring her sexuality in it. She brought her sexuality in it. She's the one that mentioned her body and her vagina. That's not what he said. And that's where
No,
I
you
feel like she
mentioned about
weaponized it.
baby mother number 13 and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
he brought her relationship in it that was very public.
And but that was not called for. That was not necessary.
Yeah, right. That's why I said it was a low blow.
Has to do with the job he does and the job she does.
That's why I said it was a low blow. However, it begs for a conversation though, because it was kind of factual. You know, it goes deeper than what we could see. But it was a low blow,
but
and wrong timing.
How many of us have children that are out of wedlock or even in wedlock and the relationship doesn't work? Like, we have to be professional about our jobs.
Yeah, you see, when people, okay, so here's one of the issues that I have. When people say stuff like, I had 3 kids by 4, or 4 kids by 3 different men, and the kids turn out fine, you see, that's an issue there. Because them kids didn't turn out fine like you think they turned out fine. They have their own struggles going on. You know, and it comes from
and we all have our own struggles going on.
Right, but we add to the struggle of our children. So this is
not to say, I'm saying whether your baby mother number 10, some people don't even know what number they fall.
Yeah, it's all by choice.
Like live in love, do unto others as you'd have them. Even though some people don't care what people do to them. Like, you could do me wrong for the rest of my life, I'm fine with it. That's how some people see it.
Right.
But like, you know, I'm even listening to some of I'm looking at some of the comments and people beating each other down. Like, for me, that's all uncalled for.
Yeah. So, I mean, some people read too much into it, like get defensive when they should actually be looking at it like, you know what, this is a learning point. That's something factual. I mean,
right. Here's this young lady. She has 1 daughter so far. And she seems to be doing pretty well. She seems to be taking care of the daughter. What long-term effect, what might have happened, will have on the daughter, we don't know, and we may not know for a while. But like, just wish people well and keep it moving.
She's gonna have daddy issues because she won't have enough time with her dad.
Maybe not. Maybe not. We never know.
Well.
Wish them well and keep it moving. Hope for the best.
So in your, you see, you went overboard with it, because in your perspective of things, then, is right. Nothing must bother you in life. Just wish everybody well and just keep it moving.
Right? Not really, but like, choose your battles.
Okay, Prince Warrior asked a question just now. He said, SouFlo, you have 3 baby mothers. How is it affecting your kids? And I'm telling you that if I was to do it all over again, I would never do that.
And you can't.
Straight up. I don't.
So the reality of the situation
that's one thing about.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's one. But listen. I don't want somebody else though to listen to me try to like give them these jewels and these gems and then go the wrong way anyways to relive what I already lived. If you're smart, you learn from others. Like a simple analogy is like this. You're standing in line. The person in front of you touched the stove. The stove is hot. Burn off the skin on their hand. Why do you wait till they get out the way for you to go touch the same hot stove? You know what I'm saying? So in answering that particular question about how it's affecting my children.
The person behind you might know, maybe I need to have a mitten on my hand, and they'll still touch the stove and it won't hurt them because they protect themselves.
Then that may I tell you, the person behind me will learn. I'm hoping the person that you said everything that I've said. Yes, it's choice. It's choice. So you having 4 kids by 3 or 3 kids by 4 different men, or 4 kids by 3, that was a choice. You said earlier that it just happened so. It didn't just happen so. You actually
all I'm saying is, like, in our working field, we should keep it professional. Like, you know.
Right. That's true. But he wasn't in no working field. But he wasn't in no working field. That was on Twitter.
Like, the professionalism went through the window.
It did. And yes, I said that. It wasn't in no working field though. That was on Twitter. So
yeah, but it has to do with it all started because of the job he was doing, the shitty job he's doing or not doing.
That's true. And he felt attacked, and he attacked back. And his comment was the timing was off, but his comment begged for a deeper conversation.
Like it's like you constantly try, you feed your mind with negative stuff, and if somebody come at you, listen, I'm gonna come back at you with the worst thing you can think of. Like,
Yeah, I can honestly
I don't
say
know.
that that's affecting my kids in a negative way, and I know that, and that's why I go overboard trying to do my best to fill holes or to
And
fill
that's all you
voids.
can do, your
You know what I'm
best.
saying? Yeah, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh, I have 3 baby mother and it's all good and all right because I support my children. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. So for the sisters them who act like, yeah, I had 3 and I moved on and they're well, no, they're not. They're not. So
You just have to do the best you can. That's all you can do.
yeah, true.
You
Big up
carry them
yourself.
on, so.
You're right. Big up yourself and thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
All right. That was our last call of the morning. We have to end the show right now. We are at 8:29 and the show ends at 8:30. All right. Very spirited discussion this morning and very interesting. And let's keep this going in the comment section under the video. Talk to each other just the same and keep it going. All right. Big up on yourself and thank you for being here. And I will catch you right here tomorrow morning, live on SouFLoTV for this, what we call Morning Thoughts. All right. I'm out. Peace.